I figured, you know, I've got all this footage from 1 year ago. I wasn't allowed to release any of the footage in this video until now. You're not really allowed to post things until the production has been released, and now a year later, finally the production has been released, therefore I'm allowed to release this footage. Hello everyone, and a very, very happy new year to you all. So 2021 is now upon us. All of 2020, most of us were pretty much stranded at home, staying inside, maybe working from home. Hopefully all of you watching managed to keep your jobs, your source of income, and everything was all good. And in 2019, I actually was living in Bali for pretty much the entire year. And at the end of the year, I moved over to Thailand with my fiance now. We were in Koh Phi Phi for a little while, Phuket, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Koh Lanta, Krabi and Ao Nang. Most of that time, well, our longest time spent was either in Chiang Mai or Koh Lanta. However, to support myself, aside from YouTubing and coaching clients, my personal training business, you guys know that I normally run a food channel, a food and fitness YouTube channel. On this music channel, I do mostly music and drumming. In order to support myself, I was also picking up modeling jobs here and there. So I caught wind of a job where they were specifically looking for a musician. Now, if you're getting into modeling, music, acting, it's always good to have extra skills. For example, if they're looking for someone who's a skateboarder, if they're looking for someone who can play bass or guitar to be in their photo shoot, you've got such a higher chance of getting the job. And these are well-paid jobs if you have one of those skills. So definitely good to hone your skills. But yes, I caught wind of this job going on in Bangkok for Isuzu, the car company. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but Isuzu 4x4 had a commercial. You can search for it. Maybe I'll leave a link to it down in the description. But basically 1 year ago in January 2020, I shot this commercial right before COVID hit. Then we spent some time in Chiang Mai, and then we flew back to England where we got stranded. So when I heard about this job going on in Bangkok, first thing, they wanted me to do a remote audition as I was down in Koh Lanta at the time. So I got my fiance to film my audition for the role. Then they needed some footage of me playing instruments. So in Koh Lanta, there was nowhere, it's an island, there was nowhere to find an instrument to play. So as soon as we got to Bangkok, I shot to the nearest music studio and the nearest music store. And I said to the guys who worked there, hey, can I just use your stuff for 5 minutes? And would you mind holding the camera and filming me? I filmed my audition. Here's a clip of it here. So this just gives you a little slice of life of working on set of, say, like a music video, a commercial, a modeling gig, maybe even like a live stage production. Just some behind the scenes footage of what it was like for me, you know, getting the costume done, the makeup, the footage. I might leave a little clip at the end of this to show you the full commercial. Although one thing in my experience with filming these commercials is that it's 12 hours work for 30 seconds worth of footage, right? So don't expect to see pretty much any of the footage you filmed is what I'm saying. I've done shoots before where I've had to like jump off cliffs and then land in the ocean. And we've been shooting for like 2 whole days. And then the only thing which will make it into the commercial is me coming out of the water going like, yeah, like, or you'll just see the side of my face or something. So unless you're doing a photo shoot, don't expect to see yourself on camera much. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this, guys. Of course, please make sure to hit the subscribe button for more music-related stuff, music reviews, drum covers, all of that stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this little slice of life. So I would say upwards of 90% of the shoots I've ever done, and that is including the ones which I've done in places such as Bali, which weren't even video shoots or commercial photo shoots or TV commercials. They were just regular photo shoots for small brands. We start early. You start like, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m. because that's a really good time to get lighting. And if you want to get daytime shots, the best time to do it is when the sun's just rising, especially if you're in a place with limited sunlight, such as a forest. But here, was very interesting today. We actually started at 1 p.m. We got to come here and have lunch first. So I got to wake up, go out for coffee, get coffee with my darling, had a bit of breakfast together, and then I get picked up and I get taken to the meeting point to meet the production team. And they actually take us to McDonald's and they say you can have anything you want, and you can also order anything you want from somewhere else. So I get 3 takeout boxes from this place called So Vegan, tofu and veggies and rice, and then I got this strawberry and lemon smoothie from McDonald's, and then I got like an iced coffee. I ate all of that pretty much when we arrived, like literally when we arrived at about 11:30, 12 o'clock, right? And then they gave me 2 free bread rolls, and then the catering cart rolls out and they've got like rice and veggies. A lot of the food they had there was like grilled pork and chicken and stuff and shrimp, so I didn't eat that, but I had so much of their rice and veggies. So like by about like 1 p.m. So I'd ended up having like 3,000 calories by 1 p.m. Started eating at 9 o'clock, finished at 1 p.m. and very strange that we're going to be up until 1 a.m. in the morning. You know, it's a 12-hour shoot starting at 1 p.m. so I figured I'm going to eat all my food now and then just work for the rest of the day and I don't have to think about it. But it was just so funny. I've been given lots of free food and water and drinks and Sprite and whatever the hell else I want on shoots before, but this is something else. To be able to say I want McDonald's to give me a frap and to go get some vegan food delivered to me or given to me, and to get some bread from the local supermarket and stuff, and then have catering give me stuff, it's pretty rad. So I just had my hair and makeup done, got my costume done. A lot of modeling is just sitting around, although it was really, really fun. You know, you spend about 10% of the day shooting stuff, you spend the rest of the day just like lazing around, chilling on the chairs and stuff. I'll show you the catering area. So there's like fish green curry, shrimp and vegetable stir fry, grilled pork, rice, noodles. It's just like all this food, and then watermelon and like these coconut dessert things, and iced coffee and Sprite and Coke and whatever, unlimited water. That's kind of like half the fun of these shoots. You get all your food for the day included. So if you're traveling, doing these kind of jobs are absolutely incredible, because if you're traveling, like, you get your accommodation sometimes paid for if they give you a hotel, and if they pay for your flight. So for example, if you're in Thailand, you audition for a role in Malaysia, they'll pay for your flight and your hotel out there, so you get to see a new country, earn some money, get all your food provided and your accommodation. So it's a great thing to do whilst you're traveling. Don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but this is a lorry with a porta potty on it. We had these when we did the Bangkok Marathon as well. They just had like 8 of these parked at the starting point and at the finish line. It's so cool, man. All those tables you saw in there, they just kind of like came out of nowhere. Like, we arrived and this complete warehouse was just empty, and then suddenly like 8 people pop out of the vans, and before you know it, there's 10 tables and about 40 chairs just laid out. They come out of this van, like that van over there, and they bring the curry out and the hot plates and they light it up, and they plug the electricity into the power sockets, and they have all these extension leads, and before you know it, there's a coffee machine up there. Like, they've got proper espresso coffee machine, which I've never had before on a shoot actually. When I was in Bali, they just had instant coffee. I would usually drink one of these a day, but I know I'm going to be up until 1 a.m. and I had to go and get my costume changed, so I didn't get to finish the first one, so smashing it in.